That's a terrible countdown.
Yeah, well, like...
He did a whole countdown,
No.
we did a whole thing, and then he still didn't cut.
Yeah.
Max!
Max is playing with us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Warriors Den. Damien's here.
I'm back.
And Superman.
Again.
Like that song.
What will be next week?
Like that Three Doors Down song.
Why not? Not the best song. But
no,
yeah.
not the best band. They have a presidential medal from Donald Trump. It's crazy. Anyway, welcome. We have some cool stuff to show you this week. We have had a crazy, since E3, we've had a crazy run of trying to show you everything that's coming in Marching Fire, and it's a lot. So basically every week we've had something. And today is no exception.
Today, big reveal.
And we hadn't actually even talked about this. We wanted to sort of be a little surprise. But on the show today, we'll be joined by our lovely artists who come on frequently, Andrew and Christian, to show you new armor sets coming in Marching Fire Season 8, at the beginning of Season 8.
We won't show it all, but we'll start showing those.
We'll show most of it, I think. We'll see.
Yeah.
Christian's been hard at work. He wants to show off his hard work. Let's see. But that's also not all. There's also a new feature we wanted to show today.
Yeah.
It's a new training mode feature. We're calling it Hero Tactics. And Roman will be joining us to show you that after the armor.
Yeah.
So
really
new stuff, always good. But before that, we always do the news. And one thing we wanted to clarify, because we saw a lot of, like on Twitter, a lot of kind of confusion about the early access that comes with
the
Marching
Willing
Fire
Heroes,
if
yeah.
you buy the Marching Fire expansion.
Yeah.
The 4 heroes, you get early access.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
So it's a bit like what we did with the season pass.
Yeah.
So as soon as Marching Fire releases, so 16 October, the people who bought Marching Fire pack, they will get access to the Willing Heroes for 2 weeks.
Yep.
In early access. And then the 30 October, everybody get access to those Against Steel or with the Marching Fire expansion like they want.
Cool. So some of the confusion was, oh, if it's 2 weeks, that means October 2nd, I get to start playing. That is not. What the fuck? Titletown, Relo is trying to kill me with his art. That was weird. Yes, so you're not getting them on October 2nd. The season
We're
begins.
not ready.
We're
not ready for 2nd
We're not there
October.
yet.
We're still doing some updates. It will be ready for the 16th October, not before.
That's right. That's right. So it starts on the 16th, ends on the 30th at 8 a.m., at which point steel can be used to unlock those Wulin.
Exactly.
Savvy? We all clear? Everyone got it? We got it. Okay. We have other news. Before I do the other news, we released our State of Balance blog yesterday for
Yes.
Season 6, which feels like an eternity ago at this point, because we're almost at the end of Season 7 now. So that is it's looking in the Wayback Machine almost. But we try to do it every season, provide you a look into the data that we have from the full breadth of that season. So that was the beginning to the end of Season 6. It doesn't represent anything since then that have changed in Season 7. So that's live now. We have
Yes.
definitely seen the feedback
feedback.
to that. I'm not going to pretend we haven't seen the feedback to that. But because we just put it out yesterday, we want Stefan and the fight team to actually read the feedback and give you some responses, because I think there are some misunderstandings about the way things were worded. I know some of the specific points that you were all calling out in videos or text. So it's just we didn't have enough time to turn that around to have Stefan and address that all right away. But we'll get that to you. So we're not ignoring you. News.
What else?
Your baby. Ranked duel tournament.
Yes, it's back
This weekend.
this weekend.
September 28th to October 1st. There
So
it is.
If you want to play ranked, you will have to go through tournaments for this weekend.
That's right.
But we have an order that comes with it.
Certainly do. It's called the Ranked Warrior Challenge. Boom.
And you can win XP boosts with that challenge. It's a faction challenge, so it means that the best faction earns the most XP boosts.
And you must participate.
And you must
To
participate
get the
to get
rewards.
those. And I think it's 5.
Nope.
4.
I have it right here.
Yep.
First place, 4 XP boost.
Okay.
Second place, 3 XP boost. And third place, 2 XP boosts.
Okay.
So be that top faction that you want to be. Something else we've been doing recently is a sale of the week,
Yes.
where we take something in our back catalog and discount it
So
for a
we're
week.
Continuing those.
Yes, so this week is continuing that. We're doing elite outfits this time, which we have an image for. It's the Tower of Lys, the Flight of Spring, and the Tree of Life. There's a little glimpse of them right there. These were popular ones that were released a little while ago, and now they are down to 4,000 steel from now until
Not bad.
October 4th. So one full week.
Almost the price of a battle outfit.
It's getting there. And content of the week.
Yes. What's new?
What is new? We have a new effect this week for 5,000 steel, and Max will roll a video, and then we'll be back.
Is it an effect linked to
To what?
to this period, to this time of day? I don't know.
Fall?
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Maybe.
tease.
I don't know.
Professional
I don't
teaser,
know.
Damien
I don't
Keegan.
know.
Well, let's check it out, and then we'll be back with Christian and Andrew to check out some new armor sets. warn me if this is going to fall. Everyone in the chat, if you see it starting to fall, warn me. I won't see it, but it'll be funny for you to be spamming the chat. Look out, and then I get knocked in the head with something. As long as it's not the helmet, we'll be okay.
That's right.
Christian, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Welcome. You just got back from a whirlwind adventure to China.
Yeah. Still jet lagged.
I'm sure.
But we had an amazing time. We spent 2 weeks with our teams in Chengdu and Shanghai in China, visiting our friends. By the way, hi guys, we had an amazing reception. It was 2 amazing weeks. First time in China for me. Amazing experience. And these guys are at hard work on the characters, ornaments, weapons, and outfits, and many more. So
Armor as well?
Armor as well, yeah.
Well, that's appropriate.
Yeah, exactly, because
That's what we're here to
we're
show.
going to talk about.
So yes, shout out to, we do have really talented teams in different parts of the world.
Right,
Those are
right.
2 of them, Chengdu and Shanghai.
Long time collaboration.
Shout out, guys. Thank you for all your hard
Yeah.
work. And I think we're ready to just look at them. So some quick information first. So what's coming on day 1 of Marching Fire is this. The 12 original heroes that came with the game, you know who those are, the non-DLC heroes. They're all getting a new set.
Right.
Our internal name, we just call it Set 5. That's how we differentiate them. Each set has 3 variations.
Right.
We're going to show you those momentarily. The 6 DLC heroes are getting a new variation for each of their 4 existing sets that are in the game.
We won't see it today.
We won't see those because we had some technical problems
Yeah.
setting it up in the build, but believe us,
We'll
they're
show it.
So everyone gets something, and I am very excited from what I've seen. This is some good-ass armor.
Yeah, it was pretty, you know, it's adding a new set.
It's a technical art term.
Well, no, but that works too. That's okay. When we were told that we needed to add a new armor set on these guys, we're trying to approach these new sets as like, okay, how can we refresh these heroes? You know, we bring something that is different, but where you still keep the identity of the hero. So we didn't have like a golden recipe, but we use like 2 main approach ways, and that we're gonna show you today.
And we decided to break it out by faction. And actually, we're going to show you half of them this week, half next week, because there's a lot. And that includes, when I say half, it's not technically half, but that includes next week. So sorry, let me back up. Today, we're going to do Samurai and Knights.
Right.
Next week, we're going to do Vikings and Wulin, who have a set that we haven't shown. So that's kind of half-half. Most of it this week. So let's dive in. You've prepared a PowerPoint.
And the weapons of the Wulin.
Weapons too. What?
Show them.
So much
We
coming.
have some cool stuff there.
Cool. So let's check out your PowerPoint.
Yes.
People love PowerPoints, and then we'll see them in the build.
Right. Let's start with the samurais. And the Kensei.
Oh! Wow. That was Damien.
I'm a fan.
Holy.
So that was that's one way to approach the new set. On this one, we were. It's related to one old concept that Guillaume did long time ago. It was for something else. It was not the design of an armor specifically, but it was a kabuki theme. So it's a theatrical Japanese type of theater that is very well known. And on this one, we were like, okay, what if we bring that type of theme on this guy? Because the Kensei is very it's about armor. You know, it's very heavy on that. So we wanted to have something that feels different. So we went on that route, and I think it looks really, really good, refreshing, but you still know this is a Kensei.
Hell yeah.
With the 3 variations.
Ooh.
So we worked a lot on the texture side, on how we can differentiate the different parts of the cloth. Different mask also, that's something that changes a lot. And when we're gonna see it, some
People
people
screaming
are,
outside our window. They must be watching the show.
Exactly, excited people. They're right. So that's about for the Kensei. I don't know if you want to add something on this one, Andrew.
On the third one there, is that like the Hokusai waves? Like the iconic the Japanese artist, ocean waves? Let's say yes.
Let's see. I don't know if it's specifically
Sorry
this
for
one.
the curveball.
But you know, this one has a challenge. It's about the loops that you'll see in the build. He has like quite some big loops, and you know, the Kansei is swinging his Nodashi quite a lot, but they still found a way just to have the loops interacting with the sword, so it doesn't cut through or it doesn't go through. So it was cool.
Man, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. What?
So this one.
I think you
I
slipped
let
in an
you- I let
old.
you
Go ahead.
Okay, no, but that's the when we were thinking about the Orochi, we were like, oh man, we had a design that we created at the beginning of the project, and it was from Andrew.
Talented man. Andrew.
Yeah, and it's really a set and an armor set that we brought into what we call the first playable prototype, so early type of prototype where we showcase gameplay with graphics and all that stuff.
Back when we called this guy the Oni.
Right, exactly. Ouais. And we thought, okay, let's bring it back because it was looking really cool. We changed it later in the game for different reasons, but now it was the time to bring this cool design in the game. So this is the line work. So it's
The famous T-pose.
the famous way. It's boring like that, but for a character modeler, it's very it's a nice way of checking out all the details. So we're bringing back the back plate. We have some new ornamentation that makes this guy kind of oomph. Brought some the tantos on the front, on the back, and it just look gorgeous. When you're gonna see it in game, I feel that this is my favorite set for the Orochi,
Nice.
honestly.
And I have to say, this has been a huge community request
Yes, exactly.
because we did we did use this set in some of our early marketing materials before the game was out, and people fell in love with it. And it is finally in here.
I'm super happy we could bring it back.
Yes.
Different sets. Something also that happens when we work on the concept is that work on the variation, which is it's a tricky work just to make them different with the constraints we have. And when we have the final model in 3D, we do some changes just to increase the difference. So when you see the concept and when you're gonna see the 3D version, this is where we have Anthony that works on the texture, so we can separate them a bit more, like make the different variation a bit more different. And you're gonna see that the wood that is on the plates also is different. Here it's very gray, but you're gonna see that we added the texture, we had the material feel in the 3D version. Just can't wait to show it to you guys.
Cool.
Ah,
Oh, the big boy.
yeah.
Oh my God.
so-
Damien must be losing his mind about this one.
This,
Even though he doesn't play Shigoki, but it feels very much in his aesthetic, his Dragon Ball aesthetic.
yeah, it's really manga. On this one is. So on this one, we really wanted to think about the Shugoki, so without armor, something that is way lighter, and also thinking about the Shugoki as he was like on the road, like a bandit before joining the forces, the military, and yeah, this is a take of the Shugoki as a bandit.
Fat. This is amazing.
Different
skulls.
variation, different feelings also. There's no player involved there, so you're gonna see even on the build the team color there because we just placed the meshes, so there's nothing related to player expression. But these guys get a lot colorful, and that's also an exercise that we try on the set 5. Sometimes some of the characters were lacking of some spots, and we try to put a bit more.
Yes, we're going to show these in game momentarily. Calm down.
It's coming, it's coming.
It's coming. So are those tattoos or leaves? Like, is that part of
No,
clothing?
tattoos,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay. And
No
next,
specific artist.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that to you. Don't worry.
Ready?
Ready. Oh.
The Nobushi. So this one, I really love how you're gonna game. It looks as gorgeous as the concept. It's this one we're revealing the face. So it was a tricky thing to do it on the existing tractors because some were, we couldn't see the face. Couldn't reveal all the faces on these sets because there's a lot related to other departments like the sound, facial rigs and stuff that we couldn't bring on other characters. But we did it on the Nobushi, and we did something that is looking really cool. We had to do some dev, but it's before we had a mask and we had the option in there. And on her, we're revealing the face, the white makeup, and you can still apply the player expression, and it looks super nice. Because
So paint patterns is what you're talking about.
Yeah. And even the embossing, you can still apply embossing, but you won't have like the embossing effect. It's gonna look like some paint.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, some can look pretty weird, but some others looks just gorgeous.
People will have fun with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is something, I feel like every time you and Andrew have come on in the last, God, I don't know, year almost, kind of since we started with Highlander, you talked a little bit more and more about how the team is like moving a little more and more towards showing some more face. So there you go.
And since the Wooleen, we're revealing all the faces.
Right.
And all new characters, you'll see the face. Yeah. And in some of the sets, we'll just hide it, but you're going to get to see them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Different variations, different colors. So on the second variation, we added like the team, the team color on the helmet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we can go into the build.
People want to see the build.
Yeah. Let's start with.
Wait. Let's wait for Max. The Max factor. We're there now. You can do it. All right.
Let's start with the Kensei.
Can you hide that bottom bit, Max? Thank you.
So the big loops we're talking.
That's a gift ribbon.
You cannot grab the Kensei from there, just to be clear. So the mask is going to receive team color as well. All the loops, the gray areas are going to receive team color. But this is basically a transcription of the concept into the 3D. So the feel, oh, that's weird.
Froze. Well,
There's,
come back to us, Max. Thanks. Need to
Okay.
relaunch?
I guess so.
All right.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law.
No, it's.
I saw someone ask, so just to repeat, someone said, no Aramusha. So the thing for the DLC characters, which Aramusha is one of, they're all getting a new variation on all of their existing armor sets. So we're just not showing them today because we don't have them available. We made this build that Christian is showing us, but they are there.
But next time we'll try to show it.
Yeah.
Well, it was a bit short getting from
It's
China.
like, welcome back from
It's,
China. Now do all this work for the show. So Andrew, do you want to, while we're waiting, do you want to talk a little bit about, like, the difference in your two roles?
Two roles.
Yours and Christian, not like food roles. Because we have Christian present a lot, but in fact, you are very involved.
Right. Basically, I kind of go over all the character team. He goes over all the character at the same time, map and all the visual aspect of it. I'm pretty much focused on the characters.
Yeah.
So anything that goes with relate with the characters, I'm involved. And when I go over everything, I also discuss with Christian. So I always get his feedback on it. So that's how it works.
Yeah, there's so many topics on the floor that we need like key people on specific topics. Andrew is on the character team. Nicolas, that you already saw presenting the maps, is more on the maps team. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff where we need more attention.
Yes, we need attention on the build maximum. We can't connect right now. So if you could get some help. How about we show the rest of the PowerPoint, because this we can do.
Yes, that's right.
And they'll fix the build, and we'll get to that.
Good idea.
This is how we do.
The knights. Vas-y.
Yeah,
The Knights.
Let's start.
Oh shit!
The Warden.
Wow! Warden time.
So this one, it's a character that, in fact, this design is based on a character that we created also for the first prototype, the gameplay prototype we did a couple of years ago. And we thought that it was cool to bring back this guy. The feeling is different from the Warden. Still some key elements are there. You know, it's the Warden, but we wanted also to bring some chest armor, articulate chest armor that we didn't have on the first set of the Warden. So it's a bit more heavy.
Yes, but this is a thing that people have wanted. Chest plates.
Also, yeah, exactly. And so it was a. Can you go on the next one? Yeah. So the variations, different types of tabard. We were adding also different details, some more elements on the chest armors. We're adding some golden trims on the last one. It just brings another feeling to the guy. So it's pretty cool. So, guess who's back. So
This is a fake out.
yeah, and in fact, it's related to the bio of Apollyon that was written a few like 2 or 3 years ago. It's for the Kensei.
No,
for
the Lawbringer.
Sorry, for the Lawbringer. She Apollyon defeated a Lawbringer, and she killed the guy, and just cannibalized his armor sets. So we thought that, okay, let's bring this guy, and so we're gonna have the Apollyon feeling. It's really her armor almost there. He's way more heavy because we added more metal plates on the legs. He was pretty heavy, but now he's gonna look heavy, but even more impressive. Really love the feeling of having this Apollyon type of armor on the Lawbringer.
Damn.
These are the variations, playing a lot with the materials, adding some elements on the armor parts. It's looking pretty impressive in
I
the
have
game.
to agree with you. Conk.
The Conqueror. So this one, if you remember, he has the tabard on basically all the sets. We wanted to do something different, a bit more raw, a bit more looking like a tough guy in the same way, with this kind of muzzle thing on the face. All leather. He looks pretty rugged. Different types of materials as well. We added the skull on his face.
Skull,
yeah,
yes.
it's looking pretty nice.
Hell yeah.
And the Peacekeeper.
Milady.
Yeah, so this one we're revealing also the face, and you'll see it in the game. We could do it on that one too. Bring something that is quite classy, with this nice hood with all the golden trims. She looks pretty, yeah.
Yeah, that hood is super detailed.
Yeah, and the texture in the game looks as good as the concept. She looks very classy. That's what I like. Has a nice feeling to it. Designed by Andrew.
Good job, Andrew.
Thank you.
Damn.
Different types of. So here the player will be able to change the leather type as well. Different elements we added there. Let's check the build if we
Tease.
can.
So if we don't get the build working, you guys were already planning to come back next week anyway,
Yeah,
and then we'll just show it all.
yeah, we have a lot of stuff to show.
Someone says it's working, but I can't see it.
It's getting there.
Trust in Max, everybody. Chant Max in the chat. Max, Max, Max.
Getting there, it's getting there.
Huh?
You are asking for Kristen Stewart, it was for the haircut only. Those are haircut references.
Haircut references.
Yeah, not face references.
Ah,
Oh, it's not the face. No. It's for the hair reference. So what kind of hairstyle that would have it for the variation, and then you will see it in the build. It will be more clear. It's not the face reference, definitely.
good clarification. Thank you. And apparently the build is working.
Good work, Max.
Poor Max had to run over and do it himself, so now he's going to switch us over to the build. Well, give him a second. You're going to do some magic first, Christian, don't you? Yeah, don't switch over yet. So now we've shown you everything in PowerPoint. We'll show you those same things in game.
So let's.
Okay. Hey-oh. All right, Max, switch over. Thank you. Where were we?
All right, so let's get back to the Kensei. Second set, the face looks pretty much hallucinating,
Oh my God.
but with all the colors of the team colors are going to really pop out. Nice pants, I'd like to have the same.
Yes.
Really fancy. Still the big loops. We bring some leather on the shoulders this time. So this one has also a lot of space for the player expression because it's got a lot of cloth there. So the feeling when you're gonna apply the player expression will be different from what you have so far on the Kensei because the Kensei is all about the armor. This one is a bit more soft in terms of material.
Was that some blood on his toes?
Possibly.
Good
yes.
touch. It's a
Yeah.
good touch.
The other good thing is like possibility of mixing the sets now.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So this one doesn't have the shoulder pad. Now we are kind of mixing it with the other ones.
Oh, the big boy.
Yeah, I don't mind the posing because this is like we're just dropping the characters in the build, so it's the warden idle pose. So that's why the thing is all going inside.
That's why his
of it.
arms are inside his body.
Yeah.
He's got some really fancy pants. I love that. Some
Oh my God.
some skulls there,
This guy.
very manga-like. Love the hair. Really nice. Very wild. I should have put the set one, for the set of the
To compare, yeah,
yeah, to
exactly.
compare. I
base?
completely
Next week, the base?
overlook. Yeah, next week.
Next week.
This one has some kind of nice mask. Different type of cloth, of the patterns also, just to get a different feeling. Little Daruma over there. I love the Daruma, but it's an evil one, this one. And this one is pretty
Man,
nice.
this guy.
This it has a kind of grotesque
Yeah,
feeling, but this is where
This guy's had a rough week.
it's really cool.
I would wear those pants though.
Next time, so.
Yeah. I like the mask on the back. It's a different mask on each one too on the back, huh?
Right.
That's like a
Yeah.
that's cool.
And this one, I guess he killed some kind of Nobushi.
Yeah.
Also.
What's the story there? Fanfic writers, get at it. I want to hear. I want to hear why he has a Nobushi mask. Oh yeah. Speaking of Nobushi, there she is.
She looks beautiful. Very happy how the face came out. Also, the armor really gives another feeling to the Nobushi. Before she was more like a wanderer, somebody on the road, you know, and here we wanted just to bring a military feeling to her. More fighter type.
Yeah.
The metal helmet as well.
Yeah. She's ready for battle. The
And
cat mask.
cat mask.
Oh man.
And the makeup, the white makeup, you're gonna see it. Maybe next time we'll show it. It's when you apply the player expression is pretty cool. We'll take some screenshots.
Cool.
This one, the mask is or evilish. So the ropes that you see on the helmet and many other parts are kind of gray now. We receive the team color. So in game, it's gonna be very, it's gonna pop out.
that like gold thread material.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. It's pretty sick. Like, it's
Wow.
pretty.
We put a lot of effort to make the variation different from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of work on the materials, also on our pipeline, how to make the materials more physical, more believable. And we're still improving, doing a lot of research and testing there. The Orochi.
Oh,
Okay, this is the guy. So the design that we did a few years ago now, it's like maybe 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
was a bit more pushed in terms of fantasy. But today I think it's something we can bring into the game. It offers a really nice addition to the armor sets that we have. He has some nice wooden armor here. That's the other set with a white type of wood.
So this type of a material will receive better changes on the alternate material change.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So once we want to have a really white the color, this will take really bright one.
Cool.
Material change. We have a team color also on the helmet here. We didn't have before.
Oh. So metal. I love it.
And the last one
Wow.
with the red wood, nice mask. Team color on the helmet as well. Ornamentation like on the shoulders that we didn't have before. It's the previous design was cool, but we just bring this set into the game. We had the chance just to revisit a little bit the design and make it and add some new stuff there, like little details like this. Whoops. So
Speaking of team colors, Christian, you and I and Damien had a good conversation over email.
we had that one for
Yes,
a
we've
few
had this
times,
conversation
yeah.
many times. So we all saw the Reddit thread about team colors and all that, and we have some very hard constraints that we've talked about before in terms of wanting to separate the teams, but that doesn't mean there aren't additional things we can do. So after Damien and Christian talked, they entered an improvement to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't know if we can talk about it, but something that we don't want to break is for the newcomer onboarding the game. We don't want to mess up too much with the colors so that people are not, they can really see who's friend or foe. But in the same time, we understand the need to give more liberty to the players. So we've put on improved and we thought about a system where we're gonna try to give the possibility to the players to. They're gonna still loot the colors, but we'll try to, and this is hypothetical.
Yes, when we
because
say
we
we've
still
entered an
need
improvement,
to.
that's a thing
Exactly.
that is not designed or exists.
No, but we're gonna try something because we're thinking about that problematic. Is give the possibility to the player to create their own color palettes. So you're gonna be looting the colors, different tints. They're gonna go into buckets, and then you're gonna have the possibility to create your own color swatch. So.
That would be cool.
So this is something we still need to test, to program, and see how it works.
But let us know how you feel about that, as I'm sure you already will. But we're not done. We got knights to show. We're not ready. Don't switch over just yet, Max.
Need to quit.
Got to reload it.
I'm gonna load another map.
Okay.
Wait.
Christian likes to have things every in theme, so maybe we'll go to a night map. Is that your plan?
Yeah, the only problem is that as everything went wonky,
Cross your fingers and chant Max again. We'll get there.
so maybe Andrew, maybe you can do something.
To fill up the what?
Right,
Oh, they call this stretching in the biz.
which is
I
the
like
worst.
it.
Well, I'll also repeat something I've said a bunch of times on this show, but because people keep filtering in and out. It's new armor sets for the 12 original heroes, and it's a new variation for each of the existing sets for the DLC heroes. That's all a function of our production pipeline.
Right.
It wasn't like we sat down like, let's only give things to the original heroes. It's like they came out first, so they're further along in the pipeline, right? Yes. Andrew, you're a man of few words.
Yep.
I love it.
That's why I hired him.
I know.
We're getting there, almost there.
Boy. At least we have Damien in the room, looming over us. Hi, Damien.
Hello! Love the loops!
Damien loves the loops, everybody. And if you are also just joining us, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we're not done just with the armor. We're also going to be showing a new feature after this with the big man himself, Roman. It's called Hero Tactics. It's a training mode feature that we're adding in Marching Fire. So stay tuned for that as well. Okay, the build is ready.
It's ready.
Wow.
So guess who's this big boy?
Oh my God.
The Lawbringer.
I think one of the requests that they actually wanted to have it for the knight is a full armor set, even that protects the
That's
leg.
right.
And so for this one, we actually pushed as much as we can to cover all the parts with the metal armors.
Hell yeah.
And previous set also had a lot of metal armors on the arms, so we had to kind of differentiate a little bit. Some of them will be revealed, but then most of them, okay, this is the fantasy that we wanted to kind of present to the player. Okay, we will have a full armor of a knight. This
Hell
is
yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
Can we talk about that cape? I'm a fan of the cape. Damien, I know, is a fan of capes because he wears his fucking Superman shirt every week.
We didn't have it on the previous set.
Right.
He looks so awesome that we thought, okay, cape would make sense. He looks like a commander. Doesn't surprise me that Apollyon would steal this type of armor because it's just nice shapes, very aggressive shapes. So this is the second variation.
Man.
So this one has more ornamentation.
Yeah, what we're applying more is engraving now on the armors, where it doesn't take the player expression. So we can keep that engraving, and later on, where it's not engraved, you can add the engraving on the shoulder pad or wherever else.
I like the
Wow.
two tears on the on the front helmet.
Yes. And the two, like, people on his chest.
Another impression from the Apollyon one. The helmet,
Wow.
many other parts.
Look at those shoulders.
Yeah, and the rigging works pretty well on this one. It's everything looks articulated. Pretty nice job.
Yeah, for real.
It's just missing the gems there. We've put a lot on some weapons. We thought, okay, we're gonna keep
no
it.
gems, no.
No gems.
Jewel encrusted armor set.
I hope what's the Splice?
Yeah.
He's a Lawbringer main. I hope he likes it.
So we're gonna move to the Conquer.
Vroom.
We accidentally revealed one of the set.
What? Oh, yes, in the season 7 stream.
Right.
That's right. Eagle Eyes
On
viewers
purpose?
caught something. I don't know what it was. But, yeah.
Very leatherish.
Yeah. Leather Boy Conk.
So basically something that we didn't have it on this one was the leather. And
Was secondary on the other sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something that we tested it. Came out pretty interesting.
The skull.
And engraving, like we're saying.
Ha! Awesome.
Now we're also investigating on adding more of these details in the workflow so it can go fast, so we can have more rich variations, but with a workflow that can go fast and easy to apply these. So here typically there was a work done by Anthony to on the materials to enrich what we had on the concept, because once we have it on 3D, we're just like, it's not different enough, or we need to add some richness here and there. I really like this black leather.
Also, we had a previous concept of a convict, the model, and then we got a lot from that.
That's right. It was early design of it was a really long time ago.
Beginning,
It's,
almost the beginning of the project.
So we brought some elements like those pieces here. The mace, that was the weapon of that guy. And it's also always good to go back to some of the previous concepts that we created years ago, because there's always some good findings, always good ideas that we can reuse today.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so the Warden.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Warden.
So it feels a bit lighter than the previous one. Takes very well the player expression. Now we have more player expression on the front that we didn't have too much on the other sets of the Warden. Some golden trims, thicker pants, some
A lot of chainmail.
chainmail.
Whoa.
This one even a bit more fancy, adding the gold here. Oh, everything that is gray on the metal will receive the material change. Adding some nice lion buckles in there.
Yeah.
Some engraving.
Nice.
And we go to the last one, which is the Peacekeeper.
Another one that we revealed the face
Oh
of.
yeah. Again, everyone that's posing is they're all using the Warden pose.
The
as you
Warden
said.
pose,
It's not
yeah.
like
So
their
that's why
default.
it looks weird, a bit wonky. Nice silhouette, all leather. So this one,
Oh, I like the
Andrew, you
fingers.
worked on this one.
Right, right. Which
I love the cloth on the arms with the flowers patterns. Feels
it's a
very
bit shame that we will lose that detail of the leather when we place the player expression on it.
Yeah, but it's something we've been talking a lot is because this is part of a previous character, the Peacekeeper, that we know that the player expression was already applied with some mandatory spots. We're thinking about going back to some of the old character and see how we can improve the player expression. Do we put less, more? Do we need to put more team color? It's something we want to explore in the next coming month. Here we place the patterns on the leather.
Wow.
She actually have a very, very long boots underneath.
Yeah. So that's what the reference images are for. Yeah, used mainly for the modelers that need to do the interpretation of the concept, the line work, and do the 3D model.
Damn.
And the last one. Some nice little buckles on the pants. Different type of leather. Nice golden patterns on the sleeves.
Yeah, all that gold material. And is it the same face for all the variations? It's just the hair changes?
Just the hair changes. We couldn't add beard yet on this one.
2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. So this is it.
So, next week, we still have the Vikings and the Wulin set that you haven't seen as well.
Yeah, some good surprises there.
Yeah, so we are not done, but for this week we're done. So there's so much to show, we figured we'd split it over 2 shows. So now you know to come back next week for the rest.
And weapons of the Wulin as
Weapons.
well. A lot to show.
Great. Thank you, as always. I love getting to show the art
A
stuff.
pleasure.
I know that the community loves seeing the art stuff. So great work as always, guys.
Thank you.
Keep it up, and we'll see you next week.
Excellent.
So we will cut quickly and come back with Roman to show you Hero Tactics.
I was reading the comments.
Yes.
Ah, so cool.
A lot of loops.
Yeah.
People shouting loops.
But the faces and all. It's
Is your mic not on?
Yeah, it's okay. It was not really interesting what you were saying.
yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Damien.
I love the comments. We were reading the comments while everything was shown. Really cool.
So you see, you have a nice.
What is this hat?
Cap.
You got a new hat?
So I had to find one.
You trying to
Actually, I
match
have
me?
a really nice Far Cry.
Wow.
Yeah. Stole it
You're
from
wearing
Far
the
Cry
For Honor
show.
Dev sweatshirt that people were very jealous of
Yes.
last time you were on.
So that's why I have it today.
For devs only. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you need to work with us.
Yes. Okay, so hero tactics. This is not a thing we've talked about or that people are aware of, but they are now. Good modeling. So Roman, what is hero tactics? What's the deal?
So, Hero Tactics, if we can switch to the build, please. The idea is that it's an addition to the training mode. So now, when you go into the training menu, not only you have the training arena, but you also have the Hero Tactics. Hero Tactics is set in the same map as the arena, so it takes place in the arena. And it's actually a bit the same flow. So you get to choose your character. So let's say I want to show Damien that he's not good with his Kensei. But I really suck with Kensei, so I need to train with Kensei. So I'm going to select the Kensei. Then it starts the game. You arrive in the arena. And here there is a little twist. Basically what it is, it's a specific tutorial, an in-depth tutorial for every character of the game. So, I arrive in the arena, same arena, I have access to the same option. The little trick here, difference is that now on the right side of the screen, I have different lessons. So I have a lesson, for example, for the Kensei, one that is linked to teaching the basis of unblockable attack of the Kensei. One that is teaching you how to use your top heavy as an opener and cancelling it into something else. Another lesson that is around all the superior dodge, all the superior block mechanic that is linked to the Kensei dodge and how to use it. Another one that starts to mix all of those elements and teach you to do different mix-up. And the last one, it will spawn a boat and let you practice something. So, you have a cool combo, you think, okay, you spawn the boat, test against him, and come back. Here, the interest, it's not necessarily to teach you guarantee combo. Like here, for example, a lot of those mix-up are not necessarily guarantee extra. But it's a cool also training element to train your fingers, your muscle memory and that kind of things. It's really good practice. So each lessons has different, each topic has a different lessons. Okay, let's start with this one. So I'm far from the screen. Okay, so it's the basic heavy move chain of the Kensei. So we start really with basics. You can perform it at every moment. Okay, you played on that computer before, right?
Inverted.
It's in
under the
controls. It's
regular
in controls. Go back. Controls.
No, it's not lock to girl. Up and lock to girl. No, it's not in lock to girl. Okay, good.
I think you
Oh.
have.
It's the controller that
No,
is getting
it's
unplugged.
Max put a mouse mover on the.
No, it's the controller that's unplugging. Okay, so let's do it again.
It's the mouse mover. Yeah, there's a thing playing. Here, switch back to us, Max, and we'll turn the mouse mover off. It's a thing on the PC that keeps it from going to sleep, but it also literally moves the mouse. So while you're playing, it doesn't help you.
Kill that mouse.
There it is.
Ah,
Kill that, please.
What is that?
it's very cute.
So it just moves the mouse while it's not helpful.
Okay, maybe I will be able to do basic chain.
Thanks for the memes, Max.
Nice.
So every time you do a specific set, you get the confirmation every time. That's if you're doing the right thing. If you're doing the wrong thing, like for example, Emis tells you, okay, not right range. If you do it too late, tell it to you, etc.
Nice.
So
So it's teaching you the combos of the hero, basically.
yeah, it's not only necessarily combos or chains. It's teaching you also interesting properties of the different moves of the heroes. So for example, for the Kensei, it's going to teach you the fact that when you dodge in a specific direction, you get the block, and then out of that, you can perform specific movement, etc. So that's for the Kensei. You can go back and try a different character.
Yes, I've used it myself because I am trash tier, and it actually taught me a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
We
it's really a
saw it
tool.
on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People get way better starting playing with that feature.
We tested it internally every time we're doing tournaments in the team to test new heroes or new mode, etc. People started to use that tool when it became available. It's really for entry to a mid-level
Yeah.
player. Like, you know the basis of the game and you want to know the
Yeah, you were kind
first
of
useful tools of a character. It doesn't give you everything, but it gives you a strong basis for each character.
It's like the step after knowing the moveset. So you know the hero, you know the moveset, okay, you know the chains and all, but now what can you do with all of those? What are the in-betweens that you need to learn, and how can you mix up those, chain those, so that you're becoming a good fighter?
Yeah, it sort of fills that gap between the trials and the full-on arena mode.
Yeah. But for me, it's even it's a back and forth with the arena mode.
Yeah.
Because arena is good to learn the moveset, but then what do you do with that?
True.
And here it's really
didn't
teaching you
fall flat.
some tactics. And one of the really cool things that if you have unlocked the hero or not, it's something you can do. So it's also a way like, oh, I'm not sure I want to unlock that character. I'm not sure I'm interested into that character. Now, on top of playing the arena with the character, you can also play the tactics with the character and really see how he behaves, the mix-ups and all.
And so for each of these moves, where you perform it, you still have all the details and all the tools of the arena, so you can see how much damage those combos or those mix-ups are doing, how much stamina it costs you, etc. You also have access at any time to the icon legend
Cool.
to tell you what does mean each different icons. So, for example, the Centurion, that stuff, that's move, this one up, that specific chain that requires a wall splat to have the guarantee last move. So here the trick is the last guard break you need to have it go into a direction of a wall in order to have it work. And here wall splat, oh, a bit too late. Extra. So it also helps you to get your timing right in order to have the guarantees and those kind of things.
Awesome.
So that's it. That's Zero Tactics. That's available. That will be available for all the characters. And when we will release new characters, of course, we
Yeah.
will want to have that to also be updated for those guys. It's not replacing the Heroes video. It's just providing a real tutorial for every character on the roster.
It's a good way for getting onboarded with the Wulin too.
Yes, yes. If you want to learn them fast, it's a good way to do it. And it's part of the Marching Fire update, so it's not part of the Marching Fire expansion. Everybody
free
has
for
access to
everybody.
that.
Yep. Great. Okay.
Even if you don't have the Wulin, in fact.
So you're going to be back next week because in addition to new armor, there's one more feature we haven't told people about that we wanted to show them next week as well.
It's no, I'm kidding.
So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to go to Community Corner now. You're welcome to stay or go. I know that lunch is already an hour past now,
And
so
I think we have a meeting.
yes, you probably have a meeting. All right. Thank you. And
Thank you
we'll
very
see
much.
you next
Thank
week.
you. See you.
Now Community Corner. Community corner. Hey, I'm literally in a corner and it's me. And I can hear myself in the speaker. That's disorienting and terrible. Hello, as always. So one of them off with is a guy that we got to meet at Game. Didn't personally because I had already left, but you've probably seen online because he's super talented cosplay armor creator, and his name is Foron, and sent us this Warden video. So let's check that out. So cool, so cool. All right, our next video is from Vita. It's called Arapool or Dead Musha.
Come on, man. Hard as a rock. Known and respected. Greatest of all time. Cool J. Let's go.
You gotta do superhero landing. Wait for it.
Don't call it a comeback.
Superhero landing. Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Nope.
Are you running?
Nope.
Nice one, Vita. So this one made me laugh out loud. It's really, really dumb in the best way possible. It's What If Marching Fire Had a Tennis Mode by Blue Moon. So good. And they get in and out real quick. They don't linger too long on the joke. Perfect. All right. From the Major N, excuse me, For Honor recognition emotes translations.
Beste med sein. Nú þarf sverð mitt að rista djótt. Drepa! Drepa! Drepa!
Whoa. What? What happened at the end there? Preview to his next video, I guess. Cool. All right, from Marco Yolo, Daubeny Meme Compilation, Volume 4.
Show yourself!
Fight you want fight you want fight you.
Back here! Daubeny! Daubeny! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
Jason! 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 Jason!
Jason, you really shouldn't wander off like that, you know?
I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about this. Actually, about this and how it's affected me in my life. I had an unquenchable thirst for
Trial by combat! Daubeny! Daubeny! Show yourself!
Do not bully people. Do not make fun of anyone. Do not pick on anyone. There's nothing funny about it. And I know it's hard to do it when you're with a bunch of your friends and you think, oh, since you're all doing it, right? Because when you're with your friends, you do stupid shit.
Is this a joke?
Because it's funnier. Things are easier to do.
This is a load of barnacles. I can see you there. Nice to see you. You're gonna look good on my mantle. Trial by combat. Daubeny! I got you now! Daubeny! Ad mortem inimicus!
I think my favorite part was watching Marco Yolo in the chat of this stream being like, please no. You made it. You made the content. You sealed the fate of everyone in this chat. All right, our last video of the week by Coldest Winter. It's only part of it because it's a very long video, but it's really funny. The Gentleman's Guide for Honor.
If you clicked on this video, then I know why you're here. You all want to be gentlemen.
Pardon me?
Gentlemen. Money. Power. Prestige. Women. But if you want to be a gentleman, you must follow these steps. Gentlemen always pay the bill.
Welcome to the annual Gentleman's Challenge, where we find out whether you're a true gentleman or not. Now let's start with some easy rounds.
At the end of the tarp is a large bill. Who will be the one to pay the bill? That was only the round. In the next round, these gentlemen will be bombarded with and we see how to basic preparing the arsenal. Oh, wow. Now let's take a look at the scoreboard if you could. What the fuck is a scoreboard? Before the last event of this round.
Okay, stop! Oh! Stop! The egg is breaking.
We see Filthy Frank in dead last, not acting very gentlemanlike.
Now, a true gentleman always has good posture. Look to the left, look to the right. Well, I'll be damned. That's some good posture.
It was worth it for everyone's reactions in the chat. So that's our last video for the week. I did want to give a shout out to Era DeLupi, who made a great video shouting out the dev team. So everyone on the team saw it and really was picked up by it. So thank you so much for the positivity. Sometimes is lacking greatly. And we're going to do something different today that we haven't done before on the show, but something we've talked about for a while. We are going to host a For Honor streamer coming out of today's show. We decided to start with the legend himself, Clutch Meister, who you should all know if you don't. He's a really good player, and he streams very frequently, and a good guy, actually. No one will believe me when I say that, but he's a very good guy. So we are going to host him right at the end here. We get through the outro. So enjoy Clutch's stream. Give him some support. Maybe learn a thing or two from him because he's very good at many of the characters. And let us know if that's a cool thing. If you like that we're doing that, if we should do more of that sort of thing. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back next week with more armor sets for the Vikings and the Woolian. We'll also have another new feature coming in Marching Fire. And that's it. See you next week. Thank you.
For honor, baby.
Hell yeah!